Oh, yep.
Hello.
Hello. I think Matt might be here soon.
Oh, depends. So if he's in particular need of his nap, let him sleep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he said, I mean, I think he's on Stalker or something. So
that's
I think
nice.
he might join us.
That's nice. I think Blue is busy contorting himself while laughing.
Yeah, I'm still not sure I 100% know what was it, laughter yoga is.
Honestly, I can only picture that Final Fantasy X cutscene.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of, the like
The terrible fake laughter scene.
yeah.
I think I posted it once and he jokingly agreed.
Yeah. Like he's probably described it to us before, and it just I still couldn't quite figure it out.
If I had to, I'd probably half-heartedly say, well, it seems to be like yoga, but they do some kind of anti-emotional inhibition thing.
Yeah.
It still feels rather weird to me, but hey, I don't have to do it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be able to do something like that, I think.
I'd probably die of cringe.
Yeah.
Like of self-cringe.
It was hard enough doing like any kind of like my karate stuff in front of people when we had to like fight in front of while being watched, and that's horrible.
I once agreed while I was still doing that kendo stuff to help out with doing things in the local tournament. Turns out I've been cast as the announcer.
Oh, no.
So I was just having no idea what to say or what to do, and having to yell stuff across an entire indoor sports arena. and I was very, very self-conscious, let's say it like that.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare for me.
So my university days have basically taught me to just power through these things and just do it despite everything else, and just postpone the dying of cringe to when you get back home. But yeah, I was still uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How goes it?
So
Yeah.
a little bit of story in interlude. Another reason for coming to this town is we can start on the Fighters Guild stuff. So let me talk to the appropriate people.
For recruits?
Yeah, they'll get you to clear out some ranks or something.
Yeah, I think this is a nice place to get started with questing.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think that might actually be
What's
what
new
the
with
first
you?
quest was.
I heard there were some
someone
goblins
has,
around
a
here
rat
recently.
infestation or
Awful
something.
creatures.
I think it's literally a parody on the old rat thing.
Can I help you, sister?
We'll see in a second.
I think the guild quests, like Fighters Guild and Mages Guild, have some of the best quests
We're
in
looking
the
for
base game, anyway.
Yep, I think all the guilds are pretty good.
Pulls ropes faster, can run fast.
Yeah.
Join the guild.
Don't be shy. If you're interested, see Valena Danton.
You won't regret it.
So they all tell me to talk to this Azan guy, but I have no idea where he is. I mean, I'm in the Fighters Guild, obviously. I mean, I've arrived at an opportune hour, I guess. So I'll just be as polite and annoying as possible. Just sit down in their hall and wait politely. You know, unfortunately there isn't a queue I can join, so yeah. He seems to be appropriately irritated.
We're looking for if you're in... You too.
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be true. I wonder if the first Count of Anvil found it.
Yes.
I think we're in for some hard times.
Is any of you?
Uriel's septim and his heirs changes everything.
Good work. Good
No.
pay.
I'm literally just interrupting people.
You won't regret it.
No, it's not
Can I
that.
help you,
It's
sister?
not you.
Looking for action? Think about the Fighters Guild.
It's not that ugly. Kind of normal.
Hi
Is it
there.
you? No. Well, where's the guy?
How goes it?
Right in the wrong town.
Moy,
Oh, there he is. He just showed up late.
what can I do for you?
And
Looking for some
fashionably
work?
late.
Yeah.
The Fighters
I,
Guild always use able-bodied
I've seen a German YouTuber jokingly recommend that if you're the kind of type of person who can't get anywhere on time, how about you look for a job at the trains, at the transportation, because they're late anyway.
Yeah.
The Fighters Guild is always looking for new members. If you've got a clean record and don't have a bounty on your head, we may be able to use you. Are you interested in joining?
Might as well.
Fine. You are now an associate in the Fighters Guild. For contracts, speak either with me or with Bursgrow Kosh in Cheydinhall. Good luck to you.
And for that, I needed to see him, and specifically him. How about we just get a job?
A contract for you? I think I've got something that suits your experience. Arvina Phyllis has some problem with rats in her house.
Perfect.
Good day.
That's our thing, isn't it? Literal rat slaying quest.
Yeah. It's not a very glamorous first job.
As long as it gets paid.
What's going on with you?
I wonder if they've reworked any of the like rewards for quests.
I don't know. Well, this is the right house, but it's locked. Crap. What do we do now? Do we even have a... we don't even have a quest officially. Oh well. I'll just quickly go back and just see if I have to talk to the guy again. Like, maybe I haven't accepted it?
That could be it.
He's still standing in the doorway.
It's my pleasure. A contract. A contract.
Oh yeah, I haven't. Rats.
Yes, rats. I'm sure she can explain it to you better than I. She lives here in Ann. Go and talk to her. Good luck.
Hold on.
Go take
There we go. We have a rat quest. Amazing.
Wonder if we can befriend the rats.
We literally might. If I remember correctly, the twist is that the problem is not with the rats themselves.
Oh. Oh yeah, it turns out to be the problem's actually something completely different, isn't it?
Yeah, we're here to take care of rats in a literal sense. Hello, you.
You must be from the Fighters Guild. Good. I have a problem. It has to do with the rats in my basement. That's right. Rats. In my basement. And something has been killing them. It's horrible. My poor babies. You must do something. I don't know what I'd do without them. Their little pink noses, their scaly little tails. Oh, please get to the basement and find out what's happening.
Yeah, so we're literally
Save my little rats.
supposed to save the rats from I think it's a mountain lion? Yeah.
Ah, an unusual sight in... Where are they? Cyrodiil, was it?
Yep, but we've run into mountain lions before, so I guess it happens.
You wouldn't necessarily expect it.
Yeah, so this is obviously where the thing came in, and I think if you're particularly interested about this... Oh, by the way, isn't this nice? Little water place and lots of cheese.
Yeah.
This is a good place for rats to be. Is there anything good here?
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Ah. It is you indeed. I have no idea what to say to that. How you been?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm good. Yourself?
Oh, pretty good. My boss is well, not on YouTube.
Well, what have you found? A mountain lion? In my basement?
Not what you want to share.
How?
Right, got the stream up. See a horrific
What had
looking
happened?
bark.
There are more. What if it wasn't alone? Where there's one, there will be more. Find Pinrus and Ventius. He's a hunter and knows
Yep,
this area
seen the
inside and out. He'll know
How
what
the
to do.
temperature keeps like rapidly fluctuating over
Find
here.
Pinrus.
It's like 1 minute it's like really hot, and the next minute it's like quite, well,
Yeah.
not cold, but
Just slightly
Ideal.
unpleasant.
yeah.
Yeah, my flat has heated up to 26 degrees interior, so
Oh,
well, I kind of
Fast.
enjoy it. I had another barbecue today because it's probably the last opportunity for the following 2 weeks. It seems like the weather will crash after tomorrow.
yeah.
So, hello there. But this is obviously the entrance point for the mountain lion. And funnily enough, someone is standing around here and just permanently watching this place.
What can I do for... The Emperor and his 3...
If I remember correctly, I think it might be him. Someone just hates that the lady keeps rats in her basement and lured the lion in to make it look like an accident. If I remember correctly.
Rat woman.
Yeah.
Just loves rats.
So where is this hunter guy I'm supposed to talk to?
You mean to say you don't love rats?
I do love rats.
Pinrus and
ever
Ventius,
mistake me.
hunter, woodsman,
I do love rats.
mountain lions. Here.
Rats.
Odd. If they're around, I can find them. Come
Um,
with me. A hunt will do us
I
good.
think this guy
Settle,
sees lots
feel
of
better.
things, not just mountain lions.
He sees everything. That's one thing
Let's
that
go
is
hunting.
slightly weird in this remake is some of the expressions are a little bit funny.
Yeah.
I can't unsee it from someone pointed out that it's kind of like the mod for, I don't know if it's a mod actually, but for Heavy Rain, someone did like some modification that made the expressions like at 200%.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that, but it sounds hilarious. Oh, this is another thing. I think there's a mod around that makes all Walking Quest NPCs run instead. Because now I'm just kind of awkwardly hovering around him at double speed.
I just imagine that your character is like popping your head over his shoulder, just like, can you speed up? Can you speed up?
Coming up?
You want to walk any faster, bro?
Hey.
And he's just like, no, I'm quite happy. I'll go at my pace, thank you.
Settle down, Beavis.
Yeah. So he's just like, hey, we don't have to get everywhere quickly, Meanwhile, your character's just fucking, like, vibrating away.
Besides, local village hunter. Not full dwarven set, but dwarven pieces mixed with fur nonsense and a dwarven longsword.
I was just gonna point out that armor is like really annoying.
That guy drippy as hell.
Yep. I bet if I came here 20 levels later, he'd be rocking around in Daedric stuff.
Probably, yeah.
Just to add insult to injury, he'd be only wearing like a Daedric hat or something.
Yeah, he'd still have like fur, like something or other, like fur pants or fur boots, fur Daedric, like helmet.
If they're out here, they'll be in this area.
I've literally seen them.
There are more than 4 of them.
There are exactly 4 of them. Oh, by the way, have you seen that? Sneaking attack with a 2-handed battle axe. Not very sneaky.
No, I can't imagine it is. I feel like you'd hear it like whooshing through the air.
Yeah, it literally did not do extra damage.
For some reason, seeing mountain lions in this place is just so weird.
Also, they have just this odd patch of furry tummy hair.
Very furry tummy.
You know, with these kinds of trees and the slightly arid landscape, I kind of can't help but think of Greece.
I was thinking that
It actually does look like you look like you would cross over the hill and there'd be like an olive tree orchard.
Exactly. The architecture isn't quite the right thing for it, but
no, it's too western, way too western.
Yeah, the landscape has this definite touch.
Good to see you.
I love that kind of environment.
Well, of course you would.
Yeah. It's so much nicer than over here.
Oh yeah, without that. I'm not a fan of like the high temperatures. Like they completely defeat me.
I'd probably like it.
You've got to take care of those
Well, actually, dry heat's okay. To be fair, like heat in general gets annoying after a while, but dry heat is certainly like a hell of a lot better than like humid.
It's the kind of heat when we were in on vacation in Portugal. It was often like this. You just spend your day. It's warm, but not excessively so. Just kind of nice. And then you get in your car. You get blasted if you've just opened the oven, and if you touch the wheel, you almost get burned.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. like fucking leather steering wheel.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed it.
Oh, thank the gods you killed that thing. This is ridiculous. Someone's out to get me, to get my poor babies. It's that quill weave next door. She's the one. She's never liked me or my sweet little
She
pets.
really is just
I know it's her. I've even seen her sneaking around in back of my house at night.
Say that about like most characters
Please save my
in
little
Bethesda
rats.
games.
I don't know. I feel like the original Oblivion NPCs were like charming. Like they all looked like complete goofballs, but they weren't. They didn't make me look at them, and I didn't go like, ugh.
Yeah, these faces are all a little alien and angular.
Yeah, yeah. It's they've you know, obviously they've tried to like spruce them up, but I feel like they've spruced them up in a funny direction.
Yeah, the original ones often looked like you'd stretched loose skin over a baked potato.
My name's Quillweave. I've had
Yeah, I
some
can see that.
success selling stories about the lives of the lower and criminal classes.
I think the characters in Skyrim looked right.
Skyrim
That
was
was maybe
Yep.
at like the best.
Yeah.
I think one of the huge issues that I have with the remake,
don't know
and
what
like
you're
obviously
talking about.
Argonians and
I'm not
Khajiit
sure
are
what you're
a lesser
accusing me of,
species, so
but
this
don't
doesn't
do
mean
it
much.
without
But
any proof.
the direction they've gone with
Let's see if we
redoing
can't
Argonians
teach
and
you a
Khajiit,
thing or
I feel they went the complete wrong direction. Like all of the Argonians look like weird
Goodbye.
dragon furries,
Mhm.
and all of the Khajiit are like lion people now. But in the original Oblivion, there was like nuance to it. Some of the Argonians looked like, you know, more like lizardy or like more like amphibian kind of looking. You know, some of them were softer, some of them.
Almost chameleon-like and roundish.
Yeah, exactly. But now every single one of them look like generic dragon lizard person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a well-looking model, but it's just the one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. It's like they did a good job with the model. Nothing's wrong with it. It's just they all look the same now. And that's not my race speaking.
To be fair, I think just off the virtues that they aren't like strictly human, they kind of just look better by default.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
not like, you don't judge them based off of like, oh, they're hideously ugly. It's like,
Yeah, maybe your pet lizard would look at this in horror and have its uncanny valley triggered.
Yeah, well, I can agree with that. So I would say that the ones that look more human look overtly hideous, but at least all of the Argonians and Khajiit look okay, I suppose. It's just that I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the direction that they've taken, the style of their appearance.
Oh, by the way, just talking about the in-universe casual racism. Yeah, the Argonians are pretty much as bad.
I think Argonians more like the straight up kind of crime.
Yeah, they're more thugs, and the Khajiit are more sneaky thieves.
Yeah, Khajiit will betray you. Argonians will just like are at least honest about it.
Yeah, they're more thugs and mercenaries.
Yeah.
The good thing about Argonians is they at least had like they have like by themselves their society is fairly decent, but I think the Khajiit society in a vacuum is pretty like backstabby anyway.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
because if you
What
play
can I
like
do for you?
ESO, like the Argonian cities
what?
and villages
Well,
are pretty
I'm
like
sure I don't
they're
know
quite
what you're
tribal.
talking about.
But
Yeah.
that's
never
not an
go
issue. Like
skulking
they're
about.
completely
Fine, you've
normal.
got me.
But I think the Khajiit ones are all full of kind of vagabonds and stuff.
True. That seems to be a thing in the universe.
Mountain lions in her basement? I just wanted to
Yeah,
lure
I
her
definitely
vermin outside.
an
I
Argonian
didn't
over
hurt
Khajiit
anyone
any day.
except the rats.
But they're both
Don't
N-Wars,
tell her.
so
And if you can keep this our little
such is
secret,
life.
I can make
Yeah.
it worth
The
your
Oblivion
while.
universe
There's
is
a
kind
bit
of like,
about
it's
acrobatics I
such
can
a
teach you. Give it
like
some thought.
unusual kind of lore and like world building going on that I actually like the
Good day.
Argonian and Khajiit
Hello.
maybe the most, and when I usually in like fantasy games I
Mm.
usually just go for like dwarf or elf,
Yeah.
but in this
Please,
like
don't.
I go for them because they've got such
Good
like,
day.
weird stuff going on.
Yeah. They're the very least interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I go for Dark Elf in Elder Scrolls game.
Oh yeah, as far as I know, most Khajiit in this game are criminals, and the lizard people are like kind of half and half. I
Well,
think.
there's quite a lot of upstanding Argonians though.
Yeah.
There's like like an Argonian Mages Guild leader in one of the cities, I think.
Yeah, so there are quite a few civil and polite ones.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you've seen the thing that just happened. So I think for our own benefit, we can just go. Oh no, I don't know what happened.
She didn't, huh?
I don't have a clue. Wait, so is this the part where we side with this rat woman, or we side with the other?
So the decision was if we wanted to literally rat out the lizard for attracting the lions.
Right.
And having an acrobatics trainer not be mad at you is worth more than just getting paid 100 gold more or something.
Yeah, definitely.
And we did take care of the problem, so it's not like her rats are in any danger.
Because we love rats.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, now that we're part of the Fighters Guild,
How are you today?
well, if he wasn't out here, we could bother him in the barracks now.
They say
It's
when
you.
you murder someone, the
Hi.
dark
Well met.
I wish they had dwarves in this.
You've done well so far.
They do. They're just
I
giant
hereby promote you to
bronze
apprentice.
mechs now.
Yeah, there were dwarves, they're just extinct, and they were literally just science elves.
Yeah. The good old Dwemer.
I'm sorry. You're not yet ready for a
Also,
promotion.
yeah, they weren't small either.
you choose
Yeah, they
to
were
share your
basically
time with
yourselves.
me.
Yeah, they're literally elves. Same thing with the Falmer. The Falmer with the snow elves.
Weren't they the remains of the dwarves or something like that?
No,
Like-
so the Falmer are the snow elves, which are like a subset of high elf that lives in like Arctic places. I
But
think.
didn't they have something to do with the dwarves?
I think
they were
their
in-
civilizations were around at the same time.
Possibly.
I thought the Dwemer enslaved them.
Oh, right, that might be. Oh, by the way,
Oh,
just as our next destination, we'll probably have to alternate quests from these two cities. So now I'm traveling over here.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting you. That was just.
No, you're good. You're
That's
good.
okay. Yeah, no, if I remember correctly, the Falmer, is it Falmer?
Yeah.
Falmer, yeah.
Yeah, they were enslaved by the Dwemer and ended up degenerating. That's why you see them in like
Caves.
rooms. I think I might be like misremembering.
They were
Yes.
definitely enslaved by someone. I know, like my vague Skyrim lore sense.
Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, by the way, you see that, right?
Hi with you.
My stream's in 480p. I can see a vague blob in the distance.
Well, that was a bandit.
Okay. Is it a Khajiit bandit though?
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course it is. I swear, is every single highwayman in this game a fucking Khajiit?
Is it racism if it's literally them all the time?
Yeah, I know, right? That's
I'm honestly not sure. I always thought the definition of racism is treating someone unfairly because of the race, but I'm getting into dangerous territory here. Let's not comment on this any further.
Would it be speciesism because he's like a lion man?
True. Yeah, they're literally different species. Does that make it okay though to talk about this?
Well, look, it's okay to be a lion man, but you can stop being one anytime if you just stop lion man.
Oh, that is at the same time amazing and painful.
Cringe.
By the way, isn't this a pretty shield?
Mithril. Why? Hold on a minute. Now,
I would assume he stole
Mithril
it.
shield at 100% durability only sells for 115 gold.
Well, it sells for even less. That is the base price. I need to haggle.
I mean, that's just ridiculous, right? It's fucking mithril and it's that cheap.
By the way, basic food. Single gold. So, let's just say you go into the supermarket and you pick up like some meat for grilling for. Is £5 okay-ish? I think I've paid €5 something for what I've grilled today.
So, how much have you bought? So €5 for.
It was 300 grams of well, I didn't have any pork left anymore, so it was turkey.
Turkey. €5 for 300 grams of turkey.
With turkey breast.
That would probably be like an off-sale price. So if it wasn't on sale, yeah, I would say that's probably pretty good.
So that's apparently a gold. And this rather pretty. I'll just take off the axe so we can see it. This rather pretty shield. Oh, come on, then. It's just worth a little over 100 times that. Do you think you would get a literal battle-ready shield forged by mystical elves for £500?
No, somehow I don't think so.
Me neither. I think the economy in this game is slightly off.
Yeah, I think if it's anything like what Gandalf told Frodo the mithril shirt was worth, then I somehow feel like the Merchants Guild, I think, is conspiring against you to give you low prices.
Well, the elven equipment in this game is literally just mid-tier.
Yeah, I always forget what like the tiers of equipment are in Oblivion.
So,
I'm thinking of Skyrim and like glass stuff.
I think glass is a little above elven. So if I remember correctly, it starts out with rusty iron. So heavy items are rusty iron, then regular iron, then steel, then dwarven, then orcish. Then I'm not sure if there's something else in there, but afterwards you get Daedra, and in Skyrim you get Dragon Ball afterwards, but not here. And the light armor set starts out with, I think, fur. Then no, shooting an arrow in my back is not the correct answer. You lose.
All this time I thought that the DLC final armor was like amber or malachite, or it's amber or glass.
Oh, that's because the DLC is its own kind of thing. So I think the light armor progression is fur, leather, chainmail, elven, something or other, and something else. So I don't know the high tiers anymore. Maybe something like dragon leather or something ridiculous like that.
And then there's all the unique shit that you can get.
Or maybe there's Daedric light and heavy armor. I don't know. I don't remember.
and then then typically in Elder Scrolls games, like you just want to go for unique stuff anyway.
In the end, yes. You either want unique stuff or you want to enchant the highest tier yourself.
I remember whenever I played these games, I just did like mansion souls basically.
Yeah.
Not really any reason not to just like go for the stuff that you think looks the best.
In the end, you're probably, if you do your leveling correctly, you're so powerful that it doesn't matter. You know, just to check out how heavy my fists are. That's not bad, is it?
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
I think the new fist combo, like the appearance of the fist combo is pretty nice.
Yep.
I like the uppercut that you constantly do.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this game is not a game you play for its in-depth combat system.
No.
You play it for the sense of adventure.
Magic system is there.
The magic system is actually interesting, at least.
My spell, I cast it at you, it makes you shit your pants. Except an explosive bomb comes out.
And then the guy suddenly has reflect spells 100%. So it appears someone has shit my pants.
My pants. That would be what happened. That would be like, you're like the dumpiest wizard of all time if that happens to you.
Wait. Oh, that's why there's a corpse. Also, you can see this guy isn't leveled. He has just been placed here. Because he has shit equipment.
Yeah. Absolute bozo. Dead on the side of the road.
I'm mostly coming in here in hopes of finding a bedroll, actually. Oh, a potato. A potato is 1 gold. The shield, 100. So, again,
Blue, hey, hello.
Hello there!
Oh, I see your little green ring going, but I did not hear your voice.
Same.
Okay.
Ah, no, I hear you.
Okay.
We were just talking about the economy.
Yep, talking about the economy. Stefan's doing some spelunking. I just made a bunch of cocaine with Stalker.
All is as it should be.
Perfect.
How's your day been, Blue? Hello?
He might still be readjusting
Day has
stuff.
been excellent.
Oh, very good.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay. Something weird is going on.
Oh, I think there's a delay. Hold on, I'm gonna leave and rejoin.
Ah.
I think the Discord call is putting some delays on it.
Possibly.
Curse you, Discord! Shakes my fist at the sky.
Old man yells at cloud services.
Guys just like me for real.
Oh, I thought I was fighting the goblin chief. Oops.
Goblin chef.
Still, he's fucking loaded.
Whoa, $70
for
that's
goblin.
The richest
That's
goblin I ever done seen.
seriously.
Crazy, right? I
It
didn't
is both.
that kind of money.
Rat meat, 1 gold. Literal rat meat.
Half a pound of rat meat. I never quite understood the economy truly is broken. Like all of the meat items only being worth 1 gold.
Yeah.
Like the venison is like a pound of venison, 1 gold. Like half a pound of rat meat, 1 gold.
Yeah. It seems regular meat is seriously devalued.
Yeah, yeah. Very strange.
I want to level my sneak while I'm at it. Maybe. That would explain a lot of things, actually.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes a little bit too much sense.
Is this actual lore, or is it a cat joke?
I think he just made it up.
Definitely a cat joke. I think this might be lore given to us by an actual Khajiit in chat.
It was revealed to me in a dream.
Yeah.
This one is not a Khajiit. Do not suspect this one.
He's been found out.
Wait, is your character wearing the ring over chainmail?
Oh yeah.
It's a really
Nice.
big ring.
Of course, that's how it works.
There's not many jewelers in the world to go get it resized, so he just had to kind of like figure it out.
I was gonna say your ring might fit over chainmail.
My one's like way too big. Doesn't even fit on my thumb.
Hey! Shit.
No, you fell into the bed.
Not quite the expected outcome, actually.
What sort of horrible things do they do in that dungeon?
And all shivering.
Hey! Ah!
I remember the classic, like, Oblivion, like, physics object, like, logs and stuff, and how fucking awkward it was to try and jump on them.
Let's try the other side.
That's truly where the good is.
Still, all I'm doing is looking for a place to sleep.
Yeah, adventuring through this cave and your character's just like fucking desperately like falling asleep. You're either like fluttering the whole time you're like fighting this goblin.
Would it even be safe to sleep in the goblin cave with all these giant rats?
Well, if I take out all the goblins and giant rats, yes. Absolutely.
Nothing
Rats,
bad.
what if more rats come while you sleep?
Well,
That would be like I can't remember if this is a modded perk or not in Fallout New Vegas. I think it's a modded perk. There's a perk that you can get in Fallout New Vegas where cockroaches randomly appear at your feet, just like out of the blue.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that's a mod perk.
I'm just quickly answering my mom on the phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You good.
Speaking about like fantasy economics, I don't remember which game it was. I think it's one of the Ultimas maybe, or one of the very early open worlds. And the developers wanted to make like actual like food chain in the world, and they decided like, oh, the players maybe like kill the animals a little bit in the early game, but they like soon forget about it because it doesn't pay off. They were so wrong. Like the players, like playtesters, went out of their way to kill every single animal they ever saw, and they absolutely destroyed the ecosystem. And they couldn't like make it like natural. It had to be like animals spawn in like full grown. They couldn't like keep them.
Yeah. They just
alive.
got like spawn camped basically.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just like real life, though. We basically, like, if you think about the meat industry, we're kind of spawn camping.
Yes. But it's like people are walking from one place to another, and it's been a little boring, and they just take a like side step. They're like, "Oh, I killed that rabbit." Or something.
Literally riding shotgun.
Exactly.
You've got to have a hunting system like I don't know, like Valheim, where you see like a pig in the distance, and you try and go and get it, and it's faster than you, and it runs away, and you don't get it, and then you stop.
Oh.
That game does not run for shit. That game make my PC start to sound like it's gonna turn into a solid rocket booster and take off into the
I am kind of suspecting part of why I don't have to heat my apartment is because of my electronics.
It's good in the winter.
It is. I mean, I really have. I think I have the lowest heating costs in the entire building. And yes, by law, our landlords are required to give us statistics.
must be informed.
Well, I think my water consumption is a little higher than average.
I mean, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. I don't drink anywhere near as much water as I should. I know that.
Well, I like to gas up my own water, and I think I like to spend way too much time in the shower.
No, we're like quick military showers in the house. Also, like, me and Dan are both bald, so we don't exactly need to spend ages washing our hair.
In my case, the term is having a shaved head.
We're both bald. You can say it however you like, we're both bald.
I cut my hair.
You did. If you grew it back, you'd have Vegeta's hairline.
That might be a reason to actually grow it back, isn't it?
True.
That might be fun.
If I grew it back, I would look like a monk with a tonsure.
Yeah, I think if it comes to that, you'll just have to accept it and...
Oh yeah, I gave up when I was like... When did I lose my hair, Dan? Like 19, maybe? Yeah, something like that. I was fucking young, man. I didn't really have time to like breathe or anything like that. It was just like, my hair looks shit, let's get rid of it.
Same thing with like the two cousins, the one of who died last Christmas, poor guy, but both of them also went bald at mid-20s. Died of baldness. I don't think it happened quite like that, but yeah, both of them had literal monk tonsures by their mid-20s, and basically my mom expected me to have literally no hair by now, and I think my hair is only slightly thinned out and giving me a slightly receding hairline, and my mom was really goes, "Look at that! It's gone back another millimeter. Enjoy your hair while you can." That was 10 years ago.
Yeah. You've outlasted it.
Yeah. So my dad still has mostly intact hair, if Snow White by now. my grandpa from from his side had actually pretty good hair until the end. I mean, cancer did its thing, but before that he had pretty strong hair. So I think I've had their luck with my hair.
You got some good genes.
Yeah. Although in figure I'm supposedly taking after the other grandpa, who unfortunately never made it past his 50s.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. Shoddy Soviet
He's
healthcare.
forever like 40.
Forever young.
Shoddy Soviet healthcare. He got taken as a prisoner of war or whatever they call it at age, I think like 7 or so, and he died within a year of making it back here.
He must have come back in a pretty bad state.
Yeah. What's that little thingy between your stomach and between where your intestines start? One of the
Bladder?
Possibly. Apparently that one was so cancered up they opened him, closed him back up, and started calling relatives to come visit him one last time. Oof. Yeah, literally. But that was about, I think like 5 years before my birth. So no, it must have been more. Must have been a lot more.
In the before times.
More like 10 years. My parents were not very quick with although I've broken their record, so not entirely voluntarily, I guess.
You know, I just decided to cut my hair. I went to look different, so...
Well,
I went bald, and then I think I started professing how great it is to be bald.
no need to wash or fix your hair. Just polish once a week.
Yeah, just get a scouring pad and go at it. Now, a lot of people don't realize that you still have to use shampoo.
You do?
How goes
You
it?
do. Yeah.
For what, your eyebrows?
Hmm?
For what, your eyebrows?
What I do is I do my whole head with like a half and half of like shampoo and
Welcome. This
like
isn't
face wash.
fighting.
Oh, I would have assumed you can just use soap.
I mean, you could, but it would really dry out your skin. Like,
I
really.
see.
I already have pretty dry skin on my head, so if I do that, everywhere I walk, it'll be snowing everywhere.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I don't want to have that happen.
I have
So
terrible problems with flaking skin.
Yeah,
on
it's
my head.
annoying. Like,
Well-
and when you're bald, there's no hiding. Your head just looks like it's peeling.
Yeah, technically I have that problem everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's like eczema, more sort of thing, right?
It's or is it still called neurodermitis in English?
I think so.
I also think so. It's this thing where sometimes some parts of your skin just itch for no good reason, and sometimes it peels itself or has like these weird thingies.
Yeah. No, I get you.
It just happens.
Yeah, I've pretty much got that on my head. It's not like itchy or anything, but my skin is just kind of constantly peeling on my head.
Yeah.
It's always like post shower, it would just be like, yep. It's fucking. It looks like I've been like savaged or something.
Yep, it's that time again.
Yeah. Sorry, I just used one of those like those really soft like face sponges.
Oh yeah, just
or like really
march
soft
right.
ones, just use one of them, like slightly damp.
Only quality
Just
goods
just
at the
scrub it off so it's
sale.
over.
How can I interest you?
It's also just nice to do in this heat, like especially when you're bald, because like you notice more so when you're bald that like your head is like a huge conductor of heat, and you can very efficiently use it to like disperse heat as well. So if you just like put some very cold water on your like bald head, you cool, like your whole body cools down very quickly.
I see.
It's very useful. Especially in this
kind of like no hair propaganda.
Tell your friends about
trying to convert you.
I am going the absolutely milquetoast middle path of short hair.
See, I spent most of my life with like hair very long. Like
Yeah, Dan had like very long.
you couldn't see my face.
He was like full Jesus style.
I like to get my hair cut as soon as it appears in my field of vision.
Yeah, me and Dan, when like Dan had it more going into as he was older as well, but like when I was very young, like primary school age, I had like long, like down to my shoulders, like silvery blonde, and then it kind of like
Yes.
you know how it is with blonde hair, it like darkens as you get older, and it kind of turns into like
Only
dirty
quality
dishwater
goods for sale
kind of
here.
color.
Yeah.
What can I interest you in?
It looks like dirty all the time.
Yeah.
It went that direction.
Yeah, mine turned this oddly grayish light
I'm
brown.
listening.
Yeah,
Which
pretty much.
I don't think that's a bad color actually. It's just that
I didn't dislike it when I had it. It's just that, like, looking back on it,
I doubt
I
you.
do
You win this.
realize
That works
that
for me.
I was very much the sort of dishwater blonde.
Yes.
Stereotype.
I can't.
Yeah.
Was that so? You're
I
pathetic.
was just always surprised how
That's enough.
that managed to happen. Like how these ingredients just result in this odd hair color. My dad literally has this
Big fat liar. I can't argue.
this it's not black hair, this slightly brownish hair.
Where did you
And
get that?
my mom has the same, this literally just golden brown, just
That's bit
a lot
excessive.
darker.
That's
And both my sisters turned out blonde to light brown, and I have this odd grayish brown hair.
Was that supposed to be a compliment? I won't
So-
fight
As long as
you.
you like it, it's all good.
It's fine.
It's a bit excessive.
It's
don't you
fine.
think? You're full. I like you win. I'm not buying that one.
My hair now, if I like let it
Blah,
grow
blah.
back
That's- I
on
can't. Don't be
my
silly.
baldy head, it
I
kind of
see.
just grows in like
If it's broken,
like
be
very
seeing
dark,
me.
like blackish.
Oh yeah, the stubby roots would be very noticeable,
Yeah.
wouldn't they?
Because I've not released it in so long.
It's more like beard stubble.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's an area where I have problems. I literally cannot grow a decent beard. I've tried not shaving for a month over one summer period, and it literally stopped at patchy 3-day shadow. You know, it got itchy and annoying, but it didn't get long, and it was very thin. It really just looked scruffy and unclean.
Oh, wait, did it get kind of stuck at the itchy and annoying stage?
Yeah.
You're supposed to, like people, everyone who I've asked says that it's supposed to get past that bit. But
For some reason, it was stuck at that stage, so it took me a week to get to that stage, and it was stuck. And it was very thin. So really just, you could probably count the hairs.
Yeah.
So,
Where you look at it in the mirror and you're just like, I need to like do the world a service. Get rid of it.
Yeah, I literally just looked unkempt.
I often go for, some depictions of like maybe like devil type character.
the little pointy beard.
Yeah, the little like pointy goatee kind of spike thing. I go for that sometimes.
Imagine rolling up like that in your old school.
Yeah.
That would be ironic.
It's him, the devil. He's the return.
Part of the reason why I cut my hair off.
Dancing time.
Part of the reason why I cut my hair was so that you wouldn't recognize me.
I see.
We live in that area again now, so no one will know.
Yeah, that's kind of the funny thing is that like we've moved, like where we live now is where all of that like crazy school stuff happened. Well, not the same place. We live like a town over. But
Well, that's still close enough.
yeah, it's pretty much the same area. Yeah.
Patience.
I've seen
I
some
said, good day.
at the store.
Yeah, that. Maybe you don't need to be connected with that.
No, yeah, they can keep to themselves.
Look at this.
Fighters Guild guard.
See you,
Maybe you saw me in the arena a couple of years ago. I got up.
Amazing.
I would
Wait,
take care.
What is up with this guy's eyes?
Take care.
Oh, he's just got elven. Well, he has a bit of strong blood. It's probably just allergies.
Grion.
It's gonorrhea.
This guy looks like he does skooma.
Permanently. Loads of it. Oh, they have their own little forge! Nice. Forgot about
This makes
that.
sense for the Fighters Guild.
Yeah, doing their own repairs and stuff.
Hopefully it would be cheaper than a normal blacksmith.
Well, I just hammer everything with my hammer and it goes straight again. I don't know. Oh, while we're at that, let's take that hammer. So I was coming here in hopes of finding a guy who could just give me a job. A gerb. Oh, yeah, it's him! That's him!
You're looking for work?
Holy shit, it's a bearded orc. Holy shit, that mouth is bigger than his face! Oh god.
This guy is he needs to be like studied for science. He looks like a fucking scientific specimen.
He must feel the same way about humans.
I've got
It's like,
something
what?
for you.
What?
We need a weapon.
Look at this, how wide his mouth gets when he's talking. Holy shit.
Move your ass, boot.
His teeth are big, like an individual tooth looks bigger than his eyes.
My god.
teeth are so big, Mr. Orr. And your beard is so long, Mr. Orr.
Look, you want the job or not?
Wait, that might be incredibly racist now.
I don't know. We were just shit talking about that one orc, not orcs in general.
Don't people on Twitter think that orcs in like Elder Scrolls are like somehow like the parallel of like certain demographics in real life?
Even though there literally are black people in Elder Scrolls. They're called Red Guards.
Nah, but they can't be related to Red Guards because Red Guards are too upstanding.
I'm keeping out of this discussion. I'm just thinking my part.
I was gonna say I have long natural green hair and like pencil mustache, like Salvador Dali and like Big Beard.
You know, I totally would believe the Dali mustache on you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kermit the Frog? Question mark.
Yes. It's me. Oh god. No, that's not Kermit.
That was nowhere near Kermit. It's me, Kermit.
Hello.
Man of 100 voices.
Miss Piggy. How you doing, Miss Piggy? Comedy.
There was a. Oh yeah, I tried playing with a group who wanted to play Dragonbane once. We just had a few sessions and kind of fell apart. But one of the player species is ducks. So
Duck.
I actually tried learning how to do the Donald Duck voice for that. Well, I've not done it in quite a while. I think it goes like.
That sounds really good already.
But it hurts my throat. There was a way to do it slightly more accurately without hurting your throat.
Yeah, it's a really weird type of
You
vocal
must be the
fry
real-
that you have to do, and it's very uncomfortable.
Take care.
I used to be able to flip into that, and I used to be able to do Mickey Mouse pretty well, but
A blade.
I kind of can't anymore.
I'm
I haven't
waiting.
done impressions in like
You're the one.
ages.
Yeah.
Good. A hammer.
I used to do that all the time at uni.
Okay.
Fucking Mickey Mouse. 90%.
I love your like impressions. I think of them like after the stream and laugh.
Oof.
One like fairly well still, so
Oof.
No, it was a compliment.
Oh.
yeah. No, don't worry. I totally took it as a compliment. I'm not seething right.
Just sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, that's my one remaining strong impression.
The funny thing in the group, by the way, was everyone wanted to play the duck, so I kind of acquiesced and played a human. I did it all for nothing.
Trouble when you have something wacky like that. It's like
Of course, everyone wants to play the duck. If you really offer people, well, do you want to be a human or a slightly different human or a duck? Of course,
you gotta say it in a really specific way. You gotta be like, so guys, right? We gotta pick our races. Are you guys wanting to play like a human or do you want to play a duck?
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be a duck.
Or listing one. Human, orc, elf, duck. What was that last one? What?
Duck. I think the racial ability literally was if they screw up something, they can fly into a rage and try again, but get careless. So they're literally all Donald Duck.
Oh, what the fucking Chippendale song? Hold on. Oh, initially that was the last word.
Hey.
I can't remember the fucking Chippendale song.
That's MacGyver.
No, that's not Chippendale. How dare you? I can see Chip frowning in the distance.
Something similar. Excuse me.
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
I think it's the Chippendale one that looks like.
I think so.
I'm constantly trying to go after Chippendale. Oh, Chippendale was fucking so good. We had the pirated like the whole thing. Our dad put it on a disc because I was always wanting to watch it.
Aww.
I say when I was a kid. I continued to want to watch it, like, well into my teenage years. Every now and then I just take it out. Same thing with the Muppets. Like, we have every single Muppets, like, episode on.
I think of the entire lineup, I prefer Darkwing Duck.
Hello.
Hello.
Not one that I watched myself.
Darkwing Duck was good.
Did you see that?
Oh, he got bonkered.
He bonked himself by kicking a log.
I heard like a dunk noise when that happened.
That's great.
I just imagine that, is it Metal Gear where when Snake dies, he goes like, ow!
Snake! Yes.
Yeah, I just imagine that happened when that guy got hit by that log.
Whenever I think of Metal Gear, I always think of the "you killed a child. Well done. That's why you're."
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What's that orc's name? Was that orc's name Brag?
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic orc name.
Yeah.
Brag Barg. It's even better than I thought.
I think for some cultural, racist reason, all the orcs have grow in front of their last name.
Yeah, it's kind of, I wonder what's that. We wonder what that's about. Check orcs and their funny naming conventions.
Oh, by the way,
O in English, O'Malley or something.
That is more of an Irish thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We do like I have heard of Irish people, and that is also Scottish as well. So you're not like me and Dan are part Scottish, so you're not far.
well, so might I actually. My dad traced our name back to some Scotsman who left in the 1700s or something.
One of us.
Oh. Although you make the much better Scottish impression. By the way, look at this. This is an odd thing. That's an elven axe.
Whoa.
Elves don't make axe. At least usually they don't.
Yeah,
but
this is not a weapon that elves would typically make.
Not in this game they do.
I feel like I remember the one-handed elven axe looking pretty nice. It looks like an eagle wing or something like that.
I think so. It's a little more elegant, but this, I mean, it's a 200 battle axe. They just put on some details on it to make it look elfy.
Yeah.
That totally is a word, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So what is it like made of?
Elves.
Oh
Yeah.
the old baby oil question.
It'll be good instant return.
Exactly.
It says it's an elvish axe. Don't you know orcish axe is made of orcs?
Maybe it's made of fish.
Ooh.
It's an elfish axe.
Hello,
I'm sorry.
True. Salmon, secret salmon axe.
Green just heard elves and laughter.
True.
Hell,
Punchline.
We were just joking. We were just. Oh God, I've heard such vile shit with the Aristocrats at the end.
Sorry.
That's not your fault. We were just joking about the odd occurrence of having an elven battle axe. Like elves don't do axes. Silly.
Yep.
It's like asking.
I need the explanation.
That's a
Hello there. Your voice, nice.
I didn't need the explanation. Just elves and everyone laughing was enough.
That's true.
That's a fair deal.
Elvish Battle Axe and Darren Bow.
A satisfied customer.
Yeah, the Dwarven bow.
It has to be a dwarven crossbow.
Exactly. I think a Dwarven bow just automatically turns into a crossbow.
Bow.
Boom.
Yeah, it's a dwarven bow, but you can only wield it horizontally.
Gangsta
Dwarven
stuff.
bow, it just has a draw weight of a ton, and that's it.
Gangsta stuff. It's operated with a crank.
You just invented the crossbow.
Yeah, I kind of, yeah. Oh, yeah, I
A marvel of dwarven engineering.
I read that differently for the moment.
Take care.
Short Richards. Put them on.
Nah, I'd have to buy them. I don't do that kind of thing.
How are you doing, Green?
I like my dokies tall and purple.
I spent the day with friends playing board games. That was nice.
Nice.
Oh, which one?
The board game was about basically there's explorers that land on a planet to conquer it, but the planet is a hive mind.
What can I?
So one player and one player only plays the hive mind that needs to find where the colonists are through mind games, and all of the other players play colonists. Goal: not going insane and dying.
Nice. That sounds cool.
Honestly, yeah, it was cool. I won as the monster by 1 point and a 20% chance luck.
Nice.
In the end, they had all of the locations available to them. There were 2 players. There were 10 locations. I needed 1 point to win, and 20% never missed those odds.
Nice.
It wins most of the time, every time.
I mean, it's 50%. Either it happened or it didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most of the time, every time. I'd say that even with like 15% odds.
Affects 15% of men over the age of 15%.
Understandable.
Every time.
Up to or more than 50%.
Never punished, always lucky.
Also, contents may vary.
What are you doing in game, by the way, right now?
I'm just handing in a Fighter's Guild quest. Look at this orc! Look at him!
Won't deliver themselves.
Sure looks ugly.
What's his funny orc name? Burrs go grow cash.
He can crow gash.
Krogash. That would have been a better name.
That's a good character design. I want to be racist
Well,
against
you
this guy.
got the weapons there, but there were casualties after. Do better in the
All I
future.
think when I see him is big mouth, big mouth, big mouth.
Though,
Nothing
I must
now,
say,
not you.
what a great mustache.
You too.
Maybe, you know what?
Yeah,
You may be an orc, but someone with rocking that mustache can't be a bad guy.
yeah. Oh, by the way, did you just notice? I got penalized for the idiot killing himself in the log
The
trap.
log trap.
I got penalized for that.
Best not to go there.
Is that
They were
so?
expecting you to like
What's
call
the
out
news
to him
from
and
the
be like,
other parts
"No
of town?"
way! There's a log trap."
No.
No.
Like
Bullet
log
time.
trap as the log falls on his head. Truly a dastardly trap.
Oh, and I haven't had it in the rat quest, by the way. That's what's keeping me blocked in here. I literally have to go and tell the lizard woman that I didn't rat her out to the rat lady.
Goes to the lizard woman. This one promises he didn't rat you out.
Should I just break in?
Khajiit does not lie.
I better not.
Isn't that pretty much all they do?
Well, that just was a lie.
I mean, we know. We're all upstanding non-Khajiits.
Listen, all I have to say is that apparently their culture is based on Gypsy culture, and that's all I have to say.
Yep.
So, you didn't sell me out. I appreciate that. Well,
We're
I
all
said I'd
Europeans
make it
here.
worth
We
your
can
while.
all hate on them.
You've got to be
Yeah.
light on your feet to make it around here. And that's something I'm good at. Maybe you can be too.
We're all reading
Take care.
reading from the same book.
Take your time.
Oh, by the way, she's an acrobatics. Ah, fuck!
Acrobatics.
Should have ratted her out after all.
Oh wait,
well.
she's an apprentice. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that there was different
Tidings,
levels of fucking trainer in this. That's
I think for literally every skill at all of the 4 levels, there's exactly one trainer. Because it just so happens. Huh. So much for that.
That's right. If you go to jail like
How are you
50
today?
times, maybe you'll need her.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Maybe.
Am I interrupting something?
How goes it?
Oh. Why are they all? Why are half the people in the Fighters Guild all naked?
I'm not sure.
No, you can't talk about.
Well met.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to mention it.
Is it no pants? What day is it?
Yeah, it's like no pants Monday.
What the? It's turd ass. These jokes just write themselves, people.
Hello there.
Do not get the memo, brother. It's not supposed to be a pants wearing.
Looking for more work, eh? Good. Got a contract for you. I'd like you to go talk to Norbert Lels here in Anvil. He runs Lels Quality Merchandise here in Anvil.
Ooh.
Take care of Lels. He needs the help.
The faces look so weird in this game.
Yeah. They're also oddly angular and overdrawn.
I couldn't tell you exactly why is the problem.
Yeah, it's
The Uncanny Valley. They've thoroughly entered the Uncanny Valley.
Pleasure to see you.
yeah. I think that this guy looks mostly normal.
Yeah, but when they talk, their movement is
Yeah,
almost perfect. So it's just
it's not good enough. It's just odd. And then you have people like.
Imperial?
Actually, I think I know her. That was. I think that was one of the secretaries back at uni.
Good to see you.
There's this guy.
Everyone calls me Sten the Ugly. I got tired of beating people up for it. So go ahead, live it up.
He looks kind of normal.
He looks more normal than the other guys.
Yeah, he looks a little rough, but I think it was just kind of oddly sunken in.
Interesting.
So yeah, not that guy will win any awards, but among all the guys in that guild, he's called the ugly one. Look kind of average, maybe a little thuggish.
I think they might just be singling him out because they're all ugly and he's not ugly. So they're like, you're ugly, and he's just he doesn't know any better.
Be careful who you call
Hi there.
ugly in middle school.
Be careful who you call it.
Nasty little beasts.
I'll get really
I
handsome.
avoid
in
those
a
things
while.
whenever I can. Horrible creatures.
In that remake.
Bye. Hi there.
And this inn has either been attacked by a weird letter thief or has gone full bottle of water.
Ah, no, that looks like a pub name in England.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What is that even? What is that even supposed to say?
The foxhole.
Is it Czech? And I'm going in, if only to find out how it's pronounced.
I'm sure they'll tell you when you go in.
Solden, mate. Not that it's
It'll be like,
your...
welcome to the forecastle or something like that. And you'll be like, really? That's how we do it?
Landsman, and I don't much care who you are.
Why is only his pawn stash gray?
Stop talking.
He's been eating like jelly donut.
Yeah. Okay, buddy, you got some icing there.
I've heard that kind of beer jokingly called a soup filter.
Soup filter, yeah. That's the classic.
How are you?
So those
Look.
are the two
Everybody's talking about
videos that
after the
these
attack
like
on the chapel.
character
People are
expressions
inclined to believe.
Look at this guy clearly trying to compensate in the back.
Any word about the other provinces?
That's how my hair would grow in if I tried to grow it.
Yeah. So I think you've made the right choice.
Yeah, definitely.
Hello.
I'm
Hello.
Mirabelle Monet.
Look at this! That's Tina Turner!
Sorry, I reserved
Who?
my beds for sailors.
Oh shit! I just talked over her pronouncing the name of that stupid...
Mirabelle Monet.
Don't mind him.
You know what
It's
actually
all right
kind of gets
in
me
the
a little
head.
bit about the dialogue
I
is
think we're
the
He
the
runs
stage
those-
lighting that appears whenever you
yourself
start
around the
talking to
forecastle.
someone.
Sailors despise.
Did you hear that? She said it. It's just It's just fossil. It's like faucet. Just
Fossil.
Go ahead.
look.
Watch yourself around the forecastle.
Not gonna
No. This time she said the K.
That's a pretty awful pronunciation.
Sailors despise lands.
Oh, you still got it.
Lady, next time you pluck your eyebrows, pluck your apostrophes too.
Greetings. Welcome to
But how will people try to give a fantasy-sounding name?
Oh, and perhaps you saw the sign
Yeah,
outside.
that's the only
Slight
reason people
mistake,
come
you know?
into her fucking inn is to like gab at her about the name of it.
I mean, worked on me.
Exactly. Yeah, you came in specifically for that. It's like, oh, perhaps you saw the sign outside.
What's going on with
How
Be
will
sure.
mediocre D&D players ever try to make a good name for their characters without putting apostrophes in the middle of it? You're going to ruin the economy.
My character's an owl, and his name is mostly based on owl noises. Yeah.
How goes it?
Welcome. Greetings. Oh, and I've lost a great deal of money over the last few months.
I do appreciate
I
the
keep replacing
spotlight.
it, but they keep
Yeah.
stealing
It
it.
really makes things
New
easier.
locks on the doors be damned.
So your
They
old
always come
character
at night
does like
after
the
I go to
wholesome
bed.
first.
Maybe a
Yeah.
transports them
Everyone.
inside.
Yeah.
You can just stay in the shop. I'm going to wait at the flowing bowl until, as I said,
So,
You go find this guy. Who?
Yes, that guy.
there's an owl spy among us.
Dun, dun,
Looks
dun.
at you.
Hail.
I
Oh.
can't stop now.
So, we're supposed to watch this shop for break-ins. So, we'll just spend the night here.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Hi there.
Why are you still here?
It was you all along.
Uh-huh.
Maybe later. So let's just plop myself down here
Foul wench. Most foul wench.
and just
Mirabelle Monet.
wait until something happens.
Oh, that's right. You have to pronounce the last name like Monet.
Monet.
Money. Lots of
Look
money.
at that!
Money. I love
Ding,
money.
ding, ding.
I'm just warming up. Fall down and bleed to death.
I think there might be some ruffians.
Wonder?
Hold on, wait, no. Are they wearing like fancy as fuck armor?
Yep, I think that's Elvish armor.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed.
Yeah, isn't Elvish stuff like fucking bright yellow, like golden, like bullshit?
Can you tell in this light?
I think one of them might be wearing an elven helmet.
Not the best you can do.
Otherwise, it might be.
He said the thing!
What did I say? I don't have stream volume.
I might need a potion.
You die.
Why won't you die?
Oh, I don't have a potion. Shit.
Down and bleed to death.
Let's take this outside, where I can kite you better.
I've got a breath of it.
Have all of you listened to the new Young Scrolls song?
Oh, not yet. I totally need to, though.
Good.
Oof! Shit. Let's try this again. You know what? Let's try it again inside. Maybe I can do this a little better. So I'll just set on here and wait a little bit. Oh, it's just 3 p.m. Oh, okay. No one's breaking in at 3 p.m.
Yes. It's 3 in the afternoon. Why isn't anyone breaking in? I mean, if I was going to break in somewhere, 3 p.m. would be my time.
There they are.
No one
I gotta sleep at night. You know, I'm either sleeping or working at night. I don't got time to break into anywhere.
I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Imagine running a store and one guy walks at the door and starts like picking the lock and the door is open. Can I help?
Yeah, you just open the door and get greeted. Hello. Are you trying to get in?
Hey, excuse me, sir.
Cuts a hole in the window with a diamond.
Yeah, diamond fucking like thingy, yeah. That'd be fucking
For example, imagine trying to break into a house and one of the people on the street just greets you like, "Hello, what are you trying to? Oh, I live here. I'm trying to get in. Can I help you? I have the key." Oh, why do you? Shit.
But you know, funny that you say you're trying to get in here. I think I know the person who lives here.
They're pretty
goddamn
tough.
These guys are fucking me up.
I've been living here for 3 years, never noticed it.
I mean,
You don't
they
mean
are
the man who lives in my walls, right?
Something like that happened to a friend of ours. So his car was getting broken into, and he was just there. And he was like asking the person what they were doing, and they were like,
yeah, that was one of the
they
bosses at
asked
work.
him. Oh no, this is like an older friend.
Oh, well, it happened to one of the
Right.
lady bosses at work as well. There was a drunk guy trying to get into her car, and so she went up to him and was like, "Can you not do that?" And he's like, "No, this is my car."
What's the matter? Getting tired?
I wish I'd been there.
Might get cut up now. Oof. I was just trying to lure them outside and get beaten up by the public. And maybe a guard or two.
Luring people out.
Oh, look at that hit. I think I just gave him a good one. Look at that! It really is a. Oh, this is a mythic cuirass.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Apparently, Elven is separate from that. Elven might be even
looks
one
like
above.
Very, very yellow. Like Mithril is mostly silver, but the Elven stuff is like fucking bright yellow.
Yeah. What's the last of these guys? I'm kind of missing one burglar.
Let's get this
Oh.
over with.
Oh, Mithril is not a real metal. That's sad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Mithril is exclusively fantasy now.
To be clear, the closest we have is titanium.
What about orcs? Are orcs real? You don't need to answer that.
I would not
And
continue this discussion on YouTube.
True.
Yeah.
True. I forgot. Sorry.
Honestly, I wonder really if titanium armor is actually something that could be good in real life.
I don't know.
Too heavy.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be very light.
It's light for its purpose, but it's nowhere near as light
It's
as
definitely-
aluminium. It's a lot denser.
Yeah, but it's definitely lighter than steel.
I mean,
Yeah, it's lighter than steel. It's also flammable though.
by that logic, you could just wear. You could just.
Barely flammable. You have. It really is unfortunate if you manage to burn titanium.
Imagine just wearing aluminium pants.
It would be
No, no.
similar if you considered like making a chest plate out of like magnesium metal though.
No, it's way less reactive. Explosions and Fires, a YouTube channel that does bullshit chemistry that explodes every time. Did a test. You really have to try or basically use a lathe to actually put fire to titanium. Magnesium, you just put any fire under it and it's gonna explode. Titanium, you really have to be working in a lathe or something that does a shit ton of heat in a very low amount of time before it starts to burn. Unless you're going to wear your armor in in an industrial plant, it's not gonna catch fire.
So you should probably not go fighting dragons in this kind of armor.
You should probably not go fight dragon in steel armor either way. You're gonna get cooked.
True. True.
Wikipedia says like they use titanium in like plane engines, so I don't think it's that flammable.
Oh, okay. I know that it's very difficult to catch.
One impurity.
There's probably some reason why it's not ready in use.
Well, I think it's just too rare, right? It doesn't get that's why it doesn't get used in like so much stuff.
Is it that rare?
I think
I
it's.
think it's rare.
I think it's
rare
just
or it's
because we're not fighting with swords anymore and against bullets. Ceramic stuff is better.
Yeah.
Apparently no, it's not that rare.
Is it like aluminium though? Is the refining process expensive?
That
Probably.
Yeah, that might be the issue.
Because that's the like main issue with aluminium is you have to what is it, like electrolysis?
Yeah.
To refine it.
It's like reverse arc welding, basically.
Yeah.
It's ninth like most common chemical, not chemical, like
Element.
element, yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, from what I can read, it would make for a pretty good armor.
Probably.
Because it's the highest strength to weight ratio of any metal.
What's going on with you? I saw some mud.
Oh, so okay, it says here like the problem with titanium is that it reacts easily with oxygen.
Oh,
so I
it
think
would
that's
literally
technically
rust.
like burning, but I don't think it like catches fire.
Oh, yeah, it rusts too fast.
You've gotten them?
Where
Wonderful.
like
I even
certain,
trusted them
certain
to open up
metals
the...
don't like they don't
You
like
too.
rust in quotation marks, like they form an oxide
They
layer.
passivate, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's the word for it. No, you learned something today.
That's like forming a pattern, right?
Yeah, that's what aluminum does. Aluminum is technically extremely dangerous and can react with water, but it immediately
How are
forms
you?
an oxide layer. So it's fine.
Take care.
You mean sodium?
I don't know you.
Yeah, it's the same property as sodium.
Yeah.
Just with
Except
less
sodium
explosions.
doesn't form an oxide that evenly, and thus, boom. Simply because sodium oxide is a very unstable molecule in the first place.
I always loved when you were allowed to burn or otherwise destroy stuff in chemistry class.
Apparently, like the
I love chemistry.
piercing jewelry is made from titanium. So you could have like chainmail that's like stuck to you.
I'm not sure if it's the best thing I've ever heard or the worst.
Yes, yes, definitely yes.
Chainmail. My skin has become armor.
No one can hurt me now.
You joke, but there's actually plans to do this. Due to graphene. Graphene is quite tough, and it basically has the structure of a chainmail already. So there are people who are considering, and it's theoretically possible, to put a layer of graphene or two under your skin.
Oh, that's some cyberpunk shit.
Thermal armor. They've played a little bit too much cyberpunk, okay, and
There's theoretically no reason why it shouldn't work. It's non-toxic. It's non-toxic. It's porous, so it lets fluids go. So it lets
it'd be under your
through.
skin then. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't like disturb your like airways or anything.
You'd probably need to get flayed before, you know.
Don't you die if you like lock all of your skin?
Yeah, but the structure of graphene is porous and lets oxygen through.
Wasn't that just a rumor based on that one James Bond movie?
There are people who are considering it because graphene is the best material we know of that could do this. It's basically molecular chainmail.
Kinda.
I feel like
You
my eyebrows are raising as the expensive, like the projected expensiveness of this like.
Oh, you know, it's.
Going
Oh, you know, it would
I'm
be.
like, hold on a minute. We have to make it in like a certain. We'd have to make it in like a certain porous way, but.
No, graphene naturally, when you produce graphene, it's already the perfect structure to act with skin.
But that,
So-
that would only really be if the layers like sat in a certain way, right? Though, because,
You would need to align the layers perfectly. Yeah.
Because graphene like slips, doesn't it? Because it forms in layers, and that's
need it
like
in core.
isn't that how
That's
it's
graphite.
You too.
graphite, right? Okay.
That's graphite. Graphite is layered graphene that is layered in a natural way, and it's very breakable. But
Oh, that's we had that as an experiment it was very easy to make tips for these electron tunnel microscopes by just ripping off layers with
yeah, you're making
duct
graphene.
tape. Yeah,
And
you're just ripping
that's
off layers.
Stupid, but the best way we know of making graphene right now is taking graphite and using duct tape.
Yeah, you just use tape and just rip off single layers.
It just works.
It just works. It just works. Oh, by the way,
We're playing a Bethesda game.
yeah,
It
just works. It just works. We're going to a new city for a job, so it's travel time again.
But yeah, realistically, you could put a layer or two of graphene under your skin, since it's non-toxic, it lets air through, water too, and basically there's no reason why it shouldn't work.
Yeah, you'd only have to get flayed before you apply it.
Yeah, you get skinned. How would your skin grow back?
That's the question.
You just put it back on with a nail gun.
How would the graphene stay in place and not get...
That's the main question right now.
Nail gun.
You can inject layers of graphene, but it would be like a tattoo. You'd have to tattoo your entire body.
Oh, you use a nail gun.
I don't know if it would work that well though, because that, like, with the way that tattoos work, it's just like scattered like ink molecules, like in your what is it, like subcutaneous, so like below the fat layer.
So yeah, just subcutaneous, yeah.
It's also generally.
If you were thinking
fugly.
of it from like an armor perspective, if you did the same thing with graphene, it wouldn't function as armor whatsoever. Your skin would just be black. But because like none of the graphene would be connected in any way, it would just be like you had like tiny bits of graphene.
Oh, holy shit! I thought this was a bandit. I think I just attracted a troll.
That's troll? They're hairy?
Yeah, they're more like demon gorillas in this game.
Just so monkey.
I've just returned him. Yeah, they're just magic monkeys.
Sure enough.
Oh, they cranked their regen up as well.
Yeah, you could literally watch him regenerate while I was fighting him.
I wonder if they still have it where attacking them with a fire weapon like disables their regen for a few seconds.
I think it indirectly does because fire does dots often.
Because I think in Skyrim, if you hit a troll with a fire weapon, it literally comes up with like a little, like, you know, like the white text. Is it in like the top left or the top right? I can't remember. Where it's like fire has disabled the troll's regeneration or something like that. Like those little like tooltips that you never read because they just disappear too quickly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I just don't remember.
It's the same thing when you do like a sneak attack in Skyrim and it says like sneak attack critical, like yeah, I can see it in the top left on a
yeah.
There you go. Attack for 2x damage, and nobody ever pays attention to those.
Oh, why would you?
Other than if you're like looting like a place and you're just spamming E, picking things up, and you're like, I picked up that, I picked up that.
E, the meme.
E.
Who did that? Who would do such a thing beside me?
There must be another murder hobo around killing goblins. 4 innocent goblins. They never did anything wrong.
Apropos of nothing, I have to go like in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I wasn't going to play much longer either. Tomorrow's another office day.
I also have to go soon.
Yeah, I'd say let's just get to the next city and then quit for today.
Sounds good.
Unless this thing here takes too long. Well, I hope not. These goblins are not very sturdy.
Yeah, you're just casually genociding their whole little civilization in here.
Who gives a shit? It's goblins.
Look at them. Do they deserve life?
I think they're still better than Khajiit, right?
At least Khajiit start off as cats, which are objectively good.
Yeah.
True. True, actually. Never mind. Okay, you beat me.
But aren't goblins like way closer to cats in personality?
All goblins are scum.
Imagine having like a house goblin.
House goblin.
Little dude comes around.
Listen, America tried the whole slavery thing, and look where it has got them. Bad idea.
I don't know if many people would receive it well if you referred to that period of history as just the House Goblin period.
Slightly insensitive. Also hilarious.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, that was all me, Blue. That was none of you.
I take all the blame. I'm the one who made the comparison.
Do you figure there's many more arrows in there?
A few.
Now, sometime, right?
I mean,
they're recycling, like, another one catches it and shoots its back.
It's a game. Apparently, I can just reach in.
There's someone behind the walls.
There's just actually a little factory in them. It's the rats.
It's like mob horror movies. Old man.
Yeah.
No, it's... Oh, sorry, wait.
But that was the shittiest little trap.
Yeah, I kind of hoped it would attack the goblin for me. Nope.
I just imagine like the you know, like the elder lich or something that's at the end of this dungeon, like sat on his throne with steepled fingers, like, ha! No one will ever get past my little morning star trap.
And then it just goes, swing.
I made sure that I calculated the momentum they would be walking at when they ran through it. They'll trip on the tripwire, and then 10 feet ahead of them there will be a pair of morning stars that will swing and take their head clean off. Not realizing that, number one, you spot the tripwire from halfway across the room.
Yeah, because for some reason he used an entire rope.
Yeah, like, why? Yeah, this is bizarre. Why not? Like, they know they do fishing in this universe, but they don't use fishing line for the tripwires. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Too expensive.
What? Do you think they use fishing line? They just use a whole rope?
They did.
Yeah.
While fishing as well. It's just an entire rope.
No, but it's got to be a less coiled rope, right? It's not like it's a smaller gauge.
They lost out of this.
It's literally just a rope. They just have to get good.
Where's he come?
I don't know, but he didn't notice I tried to shoot him.
He was hiding there the whole time. That goddamn those sneaky Khajiit.
I'm just warming up to breaking the pants.
Oh yeah, he's also observing turd ass. No pants, turd ass.
In the lore, Khajiit literally revere stealing as a show of strength. I shit you not.
It's like
if you want to win a wife, you steal everything she has, and then put them in a place with a riddle for her to find it back. It's the ultimate Giga Chad move.
See.
Their culture is literally inferior. I will not.
Let's not go there again.
Chocobo that slams a big red button on the desk.
Stop now.
You might offend the Khajiit out there.
Yeah.
The Khajiit that is right next to me.
Looks over your shoulder.
You've been saying bad things about Khajiit, yes?
No, it's literally that my cat's in my room right now.
Oh.
Baby cat suddenly stares you square in the face.
You've been saying bad things about my humanoid brethren.
I just look at him in the eyes and say, no, I said you're good at stealing. And it's a compliment.
You give Khajiit compliments, I see.
Yes. Big
this
fluffy
one
thing.
Forgives you. Now feed me right now.
Your bowl is full.
I want 11 Z's. Where is second breakfast?
I don't know. When will you pay your rent? Oh god, we've reinvented Garfield.
Yeah.
I hate Mondays. Lasagna.
I love lasagna.
I do too.
I she'd love lasagna. She hates Mondays.
There has to be a mod for fucking Garfield Khajiit, right?
100%. I'm sure if you look at the right places.
It's got to be
Also,
called,
congratulations on killing this guy's livelihood.
Yeah, I just harvested his entire garden. And ran off.
Perhaps you are Khajiit.
Ah, yeah, true.
That
That farmer probably has like a little spray bottle of water, and anytime like he sees like someone wearing a wizard robe, sort of start creeping closer to his garden, looking for alchemy ingredients, and he takes the spray bottle out and he's like, "Get away, you mage!" And the mage just goes and runs away.
There's a called like Garfield, but it's spelled like Stalker. It's with the like Akaru in Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Hmm.
I guess.
You must know of this cat.
It's spelled like this.
Garfield. I see.
The apostrophe immediately makes it a fantasy creature.
Yep, that's all you need to do to make it lore friendly.
It also would be an applicable Tau name from Warhammer 40k.
True.
If you know the Tau naming conventions.
Incredible. I hate them already.
Yeah.
Fantasy or 40k?
40k. Their entire species is called the Tau-Va, as in Tau apostrophe Va.
Yeah.
So,
oh
like,
god, they're pretentious elves again. Oh, I hate them.
I hate them.
Tell me if I'm right. Tell me if I'm right.
They're kind of like weird. They're space communists.
Exactly as I thought. No need more.
They're very pretentious.
System.
Listen, all I say is I know nothing else about the Warhammer 40k lore, but glory to the Emperor, they need to be conquered.
Yeah.
Purge everything.
Their entire civilization came about because their solar system got caught in like a time bubble, and they advanced like, I don't know, like 1,000 years, something like that, maybe more. And then so they came out of this time bubble with all this like advanced tech, but they've come out into like the universe of 40k where like the Imperium of Man fucking hates all the aliens and stuff.
Congratulations, you're good at plasma weapons. How about next Terminators?
Yeah, there's like I think it's from like a book or something where a Tau, they managed to kill a Space Marine dreadnought, and they're like interrogating the guy inside this dreadnought. So they've like cracked it open so they see the sarcophagus of the guy in there, and they're like interrogating him, right?
Go ahead.
They just don't believe him when he tells them that he's like older than their entire civilization. But then I think they like execute him or something, and then they do like carbon dating or something on him, and find out that he is actually just like 10,000 years old, and he's older than their entire like history books.
Yeah, I accept. I have.
Your Honor, my client pleads oopsie daisy.
That's cute. That's sure.
Tau are
that's
kind
cute.
of like the Wii
You're
faction with like Gundam mech suits.
Which admittedly is appealing, but
listen, all I know is that the faction whose god is a skeleton on the coolest looking throne I've ever seen, that basically makes me want to play the Rift from Bad to the Bone every time I see it. They cannot be the bad guys.
Yeah.
Are we the baddies?
Yeah, it's kind of the good guys and the bad guys at the same time. Like
from what I've heard, from what I know from the Warhammer 40k universe, they're the good guy. Period.
The Salamanders are the good guys.
Yeah, Salaman's good. There's certain factions of the Imperium that are like
A fine transaction.
Oh, basically, all these potions are just carrot soup.
Tyranids are only the good faction.
Hey, carrot juice is delicious. Carrot juice is delicious.
True.
Yeah, Magnus the Red did nothing wrong. Thousand
That's a
Suns
fair
did
deal.
nothing wrong.
And that's what I
Prove me wrong.
appreciate you.
I mean, he's a
Weapons,
human,
I have it
and
all.
they're alien
How may I
scum.
help you?
Magnus the Red Human. I start going.
Is he part of the Imperium?
Yeah.
Honorary human.
A mutant.
Honorary human.
Yeah, he's a
Bright
big
red.
He's a big red guy.
He's like a cyclops, isn't he?
Pleasure doing
Oh,
business.
right, that was something.
Yeah, he's kind of a funny looking guy. He's a big like magic man.
He's part of the Imperium. He's a fellow man to me.
I mean, he was like he kind of got a bit like
Pleasure
over,
doing
I
business
guess.
with
He's a
you.
demon.
Fine
Yeah,
transaction.
he kind of he's not really like with that
Thank you.
those guys anymore, you know.
Yeah, he's
the man. Yeah,
the band.
the man.
The band kind of broke up a little bit, unfortunately.
Be here. Hello.
I
Oh,
googled
quality
Tau
goods for
and
sale.
it says
What
like
can I interest
all
you
the
in?
pictures always show Tau losing because if Tau win, you don't see them. Like they shoot you.
Another savage.
Yeah. They're really deranged faction as far as I know. Although they have like lizard people in as hell.
The Kroot. Okay, so the Kroot are funny. I'll give you a good explanation about the Kroot. So the Kroot are like evolution on steroids, right? So anything that like happens to them. So if they get burnt, like that they will like become more resistant to burn, basically.
Ooh.
And like anything essentially. If they get cut, their skin will become more resistant to cutting, so on and so forth. And this kind of like transforms them over time into like almost a completely different creature, essentially, because their evolution is essentially
Hello,
on a
I don't
fast
think
track.
we've met. Are you new in town?
So, if you look at the
Likewise.
Kroot like roster on for like their tabletop models and stuff, you'll notice that there's like there'll be like a Kroot infantry guy riding on this like vaguely Kroot-looking like gorilla creature. That's also just a Kroot. It's just that he got hit by like too much physical damage, essentially, and he's turned into like a like brain dead like gorilla creature, essentially.
So they're just Final Fantasy II characters.
Yeah, it's like evolution essentially, and they have like fucking some of them evolve into like T-Rex creatures as well. So like they go like so far evolved they become like a fucking T-Rex.
Oh, by the way, I've upgraded my equipment. This is what an elven short sword looks like. This weird, slightly curvy toothpick.
Yeah, it's like a scimitar.
Well, sure, but it also looks flimsy as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like who's the guy in Lord of the Rings, the like elf captain who dies at Helm's Deep?
That's gonna be a hard one to remember.
Oh, I don't know.
It looks like the twin swords that guy wielded.
A little bit, yeah.
That was a really specific reference right there.
I basically heard that from a friend at one point, and that pissed him off. Tell me how true this sentence is. The Emperor of Mankind is basically a Chaos God now.
Pretty much.
Plausible theory?
So
I have no idea what that means.
The Chaos Gods, they are just essentially powerful warp entities, and the warp is like a reflection of essentially like a psychic reflection of various things that can happen in real space. So the belief in the Emperor as a god kind of makes him a god.
Yeah, the very idea that there's so many people who think the Emperor is a god makes him a deity, essentially. Like, he is a god because people think he's a god.
So the orc thing technically kind of applies to everyone. It's just orcs are really good at it.
Billions streaming analytics can't be wrong.
So you have to be a warp-connected entity. So this is one of the things that sets the Tau apart from other races. The Tau are...
From what I've read,
Tau
they're
are
basically
fully
not
disconnected
connected.
from the warp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they barely registered to the war.
Which you could interpret it as being soulless fucks.
Well, the Tau have this funny thing, right? So they're disconnected from the warp, but they have this whole the upper caste of the Tau, like the leader caste, are called the Ethereals, and they have essentially brainwashed everyone because they have like mind meld powers. So yeah, that's why the main faction of the Tau are all space communists, is because they're getting mind blasted by the Ethereals constantly. There's a very cool new subset of Tau, if you ever get interested in 40k, that's led by this guy called Commander Farsight. So it's called Farsight's Enclave, and this is a guy who has, I don't know if it's like I can't remember. It's either a female Tau or a male Tau. I can't remember.
Farsight is a guy. It's Shadow.
Guy, right.
Is it?
Shadow Sight is Shadow whatever is a woman. Yeah, right. But they're like the opposite Tau. So where like the ethereal Tau are like super ranged attack guys, Commander Farsight has like fucking swords and shit on his mech suit.
With that name?
Yeah, their faction is essentially like the, if you want to play good guy aliens, like that's...
Listen, I'm already disappointed because the only depiction of Tau I've ever seen before were all blue women with giant tits, and I have seen the official art, and I am disappointed.
Tau are kind of known for being the magnet for all of that kind of type of art, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's funny because you think like the Tau are completely not like that in the lore. And I can see guys like the Dark Elves who are exactly like that, and nobody makes.
They're basically Sekebai, yeah.
Yeah.
So, just to be clear, the god of mankind, right? The Emperor.
Yes.
He's basically a Chaos God, but one that's trying to kill the other Chaos Gods, because all the other Chaos Gods would lead to the destruction of humanity.
So, the Emperor of Mankind, he is referred to by demonic entities. His name to demons is just anathema. As in, like...
that's literally the coolest thing you could ever say about this guy.
So yeah, he's like his very existence is like poison to demonic entities, basically. So that's how he kind of like has carved out his own kind of like portion of the warp to like protect humanity. That's called what is it called? It's called like what's the light of the Imperium called again, Dan?
Oh, I can't remember. I only read chaos-centric books.
Yeah. What was it? The astropath thingy.
Yeah, like the astropathic relay or whatever. I can't remember. It has a cooler name. Basically, the Emperor is... There's this whole thing in Warhammer where it's like, 10,000 souls are sacrificed a day to the throne of the Emperor to like keep the beacon lit, essentially.
Yeah.
This is essentially the lighthouse of the warp. Space travel is not possible without this, essentially.
Unless you want to disappear into the warp forever.
Well, yeah, space travel is possible without it, but there's a couple of points. Number one, you won't go where you're trying to go. Number two, you'll either be backwards in time by about 1,000 million years, or forwards in time by about 1,000 million years. And number three, you'll get possessed by a demon, and you won't be you anymore.
That's one of the most fun thing about the Chaos books is because they're just traveling like at random like this.
Yeah, they do not make any sense. just because things just happen at random to them.
So I was reading like one of the Death Guard books, the Lords of Silence, and like the captain of the ship is genuinely just like he's so laid back about everything. He doesn't really care about like when he gets to where they're supposed to be going. He's just like, oh, we'll just keep going like where we're going, and wherever we end up, we end up.
So the Death Guard is a Nurgle associated Chaos Space Marine faction. So Nurgle is like the like big fat plague guy, like Death and Decay and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I've seen people calling Asmongold his
Yeah, he's referred to as like Papa Nurgle or Father Nurgle and stuff. Like
Grandfather Nurgle, yeah.
He's like he's the friendly Chaos God in quotation marks. If you worship him, he basically makes it so that you don't feel pain and stuff like that. So you'll be getting all these horrible diseases and stuff, but you no longer feel your body. So you're totally okay with it. Like, your existence is better, if anything. You feel stronger, even though your body's like falling to pieces. You're totally fine.
They're actually pretty happy in that book as well. It's funny. A lot of them.
Well,
like,
they're all pretty like nice guys. Like they genuinely
goes into their like hobbies and stuff. Like one of them's like a gardener in his spare time, and like it's quite amusing. Oh, so one of their demons on the ship is like a crow demon called Count Quick, and he counts. So that's his job.
He got one plague.
Why not?
No plague.
I read a lot. I read the entire page of the Emperor of Mankind at one point, and yeah, you basically confirmed me that it's basically the most awesome thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
To be fair,
It's fucking
you're telling
amazing.
me that this guy basically takes a world of what I can read from Blue's Image, pure emotion and shenanigans, shields humanity from all this bullshit and allows them to use it basically as safely as it could possibly be used.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also kills
Actually,
every demon.
The only thing is, like, the whole like religious aspect surrounding the Imperium is kind of it's like a big double-edged sword, but it's like it's made out of like dicks on both ends, basically. Because
that's called being human. But
you have no idea how far that rabbit hole goes.
Like, the religion was made by like the chief chaos worshipper came up with the Imperium's religion, so it's kind of like it's really bad, basically.
Originally, the Emperor wanted to spread absolute atheism to just starve the Chaos guys.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, he wanted like, the Emperor is like the biggest turbo atheist of all time. His son Lorgar was not happy about that. He really wanted to worship him, so he starts writing the like chief book of the Ecclesiarchy, which is the Church of the Emperor, and he finishes it, and
Daddy's pissed.
Yeah, so he doesn't spread it to anyone until he becomes a chaos guy, and then he's like, because he basically gets fobbed off by the Emperor when the Emperor's like, I don't want you to worship me. In fact, I don't want you to worship anyone. And this guy has been like raised on this planet that is all about like it's essentially like religion planet, essentially.
Why not?
So yeah, it's not ideal.
Is that what's called the Horus Heresy? I've heard that once.
Oh, that's the entire rebellion thing. That's even bigger, but it's part of it.
Yeah, so it's part of it. Yeah. So Lorgar is a large part of the Horus Heresy. Horus is Horus was essentially, if you think of like the Emperor is like lord over everything, Horus was essentially lord of all military matters, essentially. So like where you have like big man sat on top, technically manages everything, but obviously he has to delegate. So he delegates all of the war stuff to Horus, essentially.
And the guy betrays him, and it's bullshit afterwards.
Yeah, Horus gets a bunch of stuff whispered into his ear by what's the shit lord from the Word Bearers, Dan, that everybody hates? Erebus.
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 Well, no, Erebus stabs him with a knife.
Yeah, Erebus is a real shit lord.
Yeah.
If you look up Erebus on like the Warhammer 40k wiki, or look up Erebus at all, you're just gonna see a bunch of people really not liking the guy.
Though I will say something, the dream of the Emperor of basically having no one worship nothing is pretty much impossible. So having a religion that at least about the guy that protects them is probably the best he can hope for.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
From the Emperor's point of view, I think it's basically like they're like desecrating his corpse and spitting in his face at the same time. But obviously, like he's kind of got a job to do. So
it's better than going to the other guys.
Better than nothing, I suppose. Yeah.
It's better than worshipping the fucking sex demon or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to worship Slanesh. Like, the pursuit of perfection doesn't tend to go very well.
Yeah, don't fucking no. Yeah. Oh god, no.
And you don't want to worship Tzeentch either, because he'll just fuck you over at some point.
Yeah.
Like, you could be like the most devoted guy of all time. He's rewarding you all the time. You're doing all the jobs and stuff. But then his ultimate plan for you was to like turn you into a duck and leave you on a planet full of cats or something like that.
Yeah, why not? At least here in this scenario, the Emperor does get stronger from the religion, to my understanding.
Yeah,
because faith has power, it seems.
Kinda, sorta.
He can't actually really interact with anything in the state that he's in now. But if you look at it from the perspective of he's technically fighting off the influence of all of the Chaos Gods at once, I suppose technically he's stronger. But when he was in his prime, he was like an unstoppable, like, psychic, like, powerhouse.
Oh yeah, I know, but right now he's at least, protecting the entirety of humanity. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. There's some fun non-chaos demons that are like Imperium associated. If you look up what's the Sisters of Battle one, Dan? Is it Saint Celestine?
Something like that. No, there's a few of them.
I did vaguely remember that she was a good guy demon for some reason.
As far as I remember, some of these battle nuns can just turn into angels through pure faith, and effectively they're just good demons. It's like the same mechanism.
There's like two of them. There's not a lot of them. I think there's like two of them, and they are very, very sporadic in their appearances. But when they do appear, they just fucking rinse everything.
There's technically 3 now because there's a Chaos associated one.
Of course there is.
Like X Sisters of Battle or something like that.
Let me guess. Now a Slanesh worshipper.
I think they were.
Join Slanesh. We have cookies. They're also gluten-free because we placed all the flour with cocaine.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we replaced all the flour with cocaine. Also, the cookies somehow became solid gold when we baked.
Yeah.
Now you want to be a corn worshipper if you worship corn hard enough, you can ignore magic.
I just have to believe it doesn't exist.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, Korn hates magic so much that he will just be like, he will like bat the spells aside for you if you're a dedicated enough worshipper. He'll just be like, no, I say no to that spell.
He literally just goes, that shit doesn't count.
No.
I posted one picture of Emperor in the chat. I really like that one because I imagine like someone dusting off the Emperor and like his arm falls off and he's like, oh shit, and he's just put it back. Like no one wants to mention it.
The funny thing about the Golden Throne is that a lot of the engineering was actually done by a Dark Eldar guy. So it's like turbo heresy. Like the whole like Golden Throne thing is like very anti to the entire like Imperium.
Oh,
like,
so
belief system. It's funny.
so the Emperor didn't want to go on the throne?
Like
Isn't it
They couldn't really ask him.
I don't think he wanted to be put on the throne in the state that he's in. The Golden Throne was very clearly made for an entirely different purpose. It's been jury rigged by various people to do the purpose that it does.
Oh, so he was basically already a skeleton or dead when he was put on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact circumstances that made the Emperor like the kind of husk that he is today, but
I didn't he basically sacrifice himself when Horus was fighting this other guy?
Oh yeah, no, he got fucked over by Horus. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Like,
Okay, but he still exists as a warp entity.
Yeah.
He cannot really die.
Well, technically, the body that is on the Golden Throne is alive in some function. It's just completely unresponsive. Like, the Golden Throne is also a life support machine.
But
they're not really sure if they need to keep the body alive to keep the spirit in the warp alive, or if they're kind of... Maybe they're doing something good for him by keeping him alive. Maybe they're shackling him to this corpse. They don't really know.
Hey, they're doing their best, okay?
I think, isn't there like a faction of the Inquisition that says we should probably shut off the Golden Throne, just let things happen, it'll be better?
I mean, there's probably a subset of the Inquisition that thinks like that, yeah. But most of the Inquisition would probably like burn you at the stake for saying stuff like
Of course, I mean...
But there's probably some like secret science faction who has maybe realized something about the Golden.
I know there's a subset of the Inquisition that believes that the Imperium should just make friends with the friendly aliens.
Disgusting,
Like the Eldar and stuff.
Probably not the Ordo Xenos, I imagine. The Ordo Xenos is a little bit more fire and brimstone about that sort of thing. Well, to be fair, with Guilliman's return, like he's got his fucking Eldar wife.
I remember where I read the name Celestine. It was a beautiful, essentially, I guess, fan story about how hard it must have been to be her, or something like that, or how virtuous she was for resisting temptation for our nature. That was well written. To the point I remember it still. And besides, I will say something. If I was a human and I saw the state of the Emperor right now, fucking hell, how could I not worship this thing?
What do you mean if I was a human?
You got him.
If I was
heresy.
If I was a human in the Warhammer 40k universe and I saw the coolest shit ever on the Golden Throne, hell, why wouldn't I start to?
That dude's such an inspiration, yeah.
Look at it, fucking hell! It's the most awesome looking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You're playing into Lorgar and the Word Bearer's hands.
Yeah, but consider, I don't know any of this shit.
You look at the Emperor and you think,
"Oi, mate, this guy over he's bigger than the war boss's shiny boy."
Literal orc logic.
Might want to start worshipping him.
Literal orc logic.
If it's red, it's faster.
There is actually there are Imperium.
Does orc logic, by the way, actually work?
I know.
Does making things red actually make them faster?
Yep. As long as they believe in it.
So orcs have the power of collective belief.
They're
descended from an ancient super race.
Oh god, I'll let you do the orc thing by yourself. This is getting way off track. I'll just stop the transmission and go to bed. Good night. You go.
No, I'm sorry, I'm holding you back.
No. I've just heard the entire orc speech before. I don't need to hear it twice.
We're gonna keep going on and on.
I didn't know all of you liked Warhammer 40k. I just made a.
I'm just in the periphery. I like a few of the video games.
I think it's mostly me and Dan who mostly like we are deep into the Warhammer.
I basically just like Dawn of War 1.
Yeah.
That's
I'm sorry, I just made an offhanded comment about the Emperor of Mankind because he looked like a cool dude and.
Oh,
begin.
There's like shit ton. We could keep going all night.
Good.
Yeah, I can see from the wiki that there's visibly a lot to read.
Yeah. And then you start looking up like stuff like Crocs, and you start looking up the like multiple different factions of Eldar and shit like that.
If you get into reading the books, there's like, I think the Horus Heresy alone is something stupid like 50
I'll go.
books.
It is.
I'll go
I tried.
look one white guy on YouTube who does a 5-hour summary of the entirety of the story of the Emperor of Mankind, and I'll be happy for now.
Yeah, I considered once trying to read the books. I got to try the Horus Heresy. I thought that was the title of a book. Even while just researching what's out there, I was kind of like
just a small series.
That's one way of doing it, is just picking like a faction and just reading their stuff.
Yeah.
I'm doing that for humans. I won't also read everything that the Tau, the Chaos guys aligned, or I heard the Eldars do.
By now, you've basically just picked 80% of the books.
I mean, I think most people like agree that the Night Lords trilogy are the best books in the franchise.
I probably won't read the books. I'll do the classic tactic of going on YouTube and look a 6-hour summary by a very autistic nerd.
Yeah, I guess.
They will not. I won't be able to filter information as good as those autists.
True. All right, I'm looking at my bed longingly, so
Good night.
I'm off. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
So I'll
See you all later. Good night.
Bye.
See you.
See ya.